Hi there, welcome. This is Coach Chris Wilson with the Strong by Design show. I know absolutely you're going to love this episode with Funk Roberts. He is an MMA and bodyweight expert, over 40 alpha. He is the man. He is so super smart, full of passion and energy, and you are going to absolutely love this episode. Go right here to this link, strongbydesignpodcast.com, to listen to the entire show. But here's the highlights.
But you're pretty much always looking good.
Oh, 100%. I try. That's I always try to look good, feel good. But as you get older, it's a little bit tougher. But so I realized the bodybuilding style training was, it wasn't, as I was getting 39 and 40, again, a friend of mine said to me, he's like, doesn't it upset you? Doesn't it piss you off? Like, actually, he was my training partner at times. Like, doesn't it piss you off? Like, you come here 6 days a week, you're here an hour and a half, you do your workouts, and you still look the same, right? I still had a belly. I was 215 pounds of real puffy muscle, as Elliot would call it, puffy muscle syndrome.
Puffy muscle, yeah.
Yeah, I was big and puffy. And at first, I'm like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, But then when I that night I went home and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, he's totally right, man. I'm in here 6 days a week. I'm working my butt off, and I look exactly the same. In fact, I look worse. So that's when I was okay. I have to work harder. So I gotta go to the gym more, or I gotta throw the long cardio in. But again, it was breaking my body down, especially as I was getting older. So that's when I really started to say, okay, look, what's happening to my body? What's happening to me at this juncture in my life? What's going on? Why does my mood suck? Why does my sex life suck? Why does all this suck? Anyways, the reason why I'm saying this is because, and we'll move more into the workout portion of this, is I learned, aside from other things, nutrition and recovery and hormones and all that other stuff, that the way I was working out was not conducive to me and to my age. And so I had to figure out, okay, more metabolic training, more, HIIT style training, that type of training that'll help you burn calories during and after, with the afterburn effect, that'll help you hit multiple muscles, compound movements, multi-joint movements. You can be explosive. Like, there's so many other ways to work out that will give you better results, especially at that age. So that's when and then kettlebells came into the picture. So I started using kettlebells. I got my certification. I was doing more metabolic training. And then I introduced that to my boot camps. People were getting incredible results. I was getting incredible results. Went from, 215 to, 215 to 185 ripped. And I'd never been that ripped. That whole 5 months using body weight training and learning more and using different exercises and movements, I felt stronger. I was 185, 190 at that point, and I got down to 170 for my fight, 169. And one of the ways I wanted to prove to everyone, because at this time I was still trying to tell people, hey, body weight training is awesome, man. Yeah, whatever. I want to build muscle.
Sure.
You can do that with bodyweight training, believe me. But and then you can still stay strong, because, people always, I think what happens is people equate bodyweight training to like calisthenics, right? Like, oh, bodyweight, the calisthenics stuff, or not. When I say calisthenics, I don't mean bar star stuff. I don't mean that.
No.
I mean like old school calisthenics, like jumping jacks and that's what people automatically think of when they think bodyweight. They don't think of all the other, things that, lunges and squats and all, animal flow and all this other stuff that you can do with your body weight, upper body, lower body, so many.
I love it. Yeah, I want you actually to. So first, I'd like you to tell the listeners what you mean when you say, I mean, most people, I think now they kind of understand what HIIT is, or high intensity interval training. They've heard that maybe multiple times before. They understand that concept of strength and doing sprints and stuff, but animal flow. Tell the listeners what you mean by that.
Sure. So animal flow would be things like, bear crawls and crab walks and, bunny hops and alligators. So just moving like a gorilla hops, like moving like an animal, using your body to kind of flow through the movement. Again, that was so important for me, because again, when you start moving that way, your body, you're not used to, you're tapping into muscles that you're not used to using. You're tapping
100%.
into movements that you're not used to using, like moving side to side, with gorilla hops, or, so, I mean, the one that you guys would understand is bear crawls. You're on all your hands and your feet, and you're just moving side to side.
Crawling just like a bear, but these are primal movements. It's really what you're getting down to.
And again, it's one of those things that, again, starts to strengthen all these stabilizing muscles and your joints that you never, ever use. You don't use that when you're just walking or sitting all day, right? Or even if you're doing specific sports. I mean, you talked about how Mike Zhang took you through the body weight. Well, every year I go back down. I go to Thailand every single year, and I go to Tiger Muay Thai. I go to Phuket Top Team. I go to all these places where UFC fighters and all these fighters are. So every year I do a seminar, and every single year I only put them through a body weight. I could add kettlebell stuff. I'm like, let's just see where these. Let me show these guys. Not let me show these guys. Let me humble these guys. I talked about that before, but
so again, that's number 3, parallel dips.
Yeah, number 3, parallel dips. Great for the shoulder stability.
Yes.
Great for your triceps. You bend over a little bit. Like you bend over more, you're going to hit your chest. You stay straight up, you're going to hit more triceps. Core, you got to keep that core tight. So number 3, number 4, and it is my all-time favorites, burpees. And there's so many different burpee variations.
Yes.
And I know burpees isn't for everyone. I know that it's, it can be joint strenuous at some points, but you don't do the jump at the top. Maybe you just step back.
Yes.
Flip side, there's so many different styles of burpees you can do, side to side jumping burpees. Again, I have a video, 44 best burpees, on YouTube. You go on there, you can see me doing a whole bunch of different, styles of burpees. But again, I mentioned this earlier. A lot of these things that I do and I say, I use. It's not like I just throw those out there. So for instance, again, one of the things I hate the most are Tabata burpees, but I end off every one of my training sessions, especially now that I'm in a training camp, with Tabata burpees. Why? Because I got to get my cardio. I've got to get that up. So sprints and Tabata burpees are 2 of the main things I use to get that cardio conditioning up.
And Tabata training, for anyone who's maybe not familiar with it, it can be absolutely brutal.
Yeah. So like it's
extreme. It's intense training with limited rest, and you're kind of just repeating something over and over again.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're doing 8 rounds, 20 seconds as fast as hard as you can, followed by 10-second rest, 20, 10 for 8 rounds. So it's only 4 minutes. And when you look on paper and you look at what the exercise on paper, you're like, this is nothing.
No.
But after, I'm telling you guys right now, when you get round 4, 5, and 6, you want to break. You want to break. Especially if you're going as hard as you can. Like you can, right? So I do burpee finishers after. So like now I'm not in burpee finisher shape. So I am breaking at 3. At round 3, I'm like, oh my God, I want to stop, and it just, but the more you do it, obviously, the better you're going to get.